how are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, smash that subscribe button, turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload. Give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I'm saying a very big shout out to every one of you for the support you all shower me here. We thank you so much. So this Jewish man is calling out black people in Congress and also people of color. Why? Because the black people in Congress have been calling for ceasefire, and also with the people of color. As it stands, the people in Congress, the black people and the people of color have been censured, right, from the Congress. And now the Jews, they are threatened because black people are out there speaking the truth and asking for ceasefire with other people of color, Rashid Tlaib and all that. So they decided that they are going to pay America how many $1 million to unseat black people in Congress, right? And now this man is calling out black people that they are hypocrites. How are they hypocrites? Because they are speaking of what is going on. And to him, he thinks that black people are not supposed to support any other people aside from the Jews. Let's get into this video.
Just like you could criticize and not agree with the Israeli government and it doesn't make you anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic, I can criticize people in the Democratic Party and it doesn't make me anti-Democratic Party. Not that I'm a Democrat. Don't get it twisted. I ain't a fucking Democrat. I ain't a Republican. I don't like any of you. I don't trust any of you. But AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, you fake news fucks, you're just as bad as Muppet Face Marjorie Taylor Greene, except I haven't come up with nicknames for you yet. Take down that fucking bullshit, you fucking Jew haters. You hate the Jews. You've always hated the Jews. It's been one of your agendas to perpetuate Jew hate. Take down your fucking fake news tweets. Rescind your fucking comments. Rescind your fucking fake news statements. You're in government, you motherfuckers. You're just as bad as Muppet Face, miserable Marjorie Taylor Greene. The squad, the biggest fucking squad of Jew haters the United States government has ever seen. Rescind those fucking statements, you fucking sick Jew haters, you. But AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, you fake.
Oh boy. You know, a lot of you fake ass allies are going to be like that line out of that Ice Cube song, True to the Game, especially when it comes to the next election. You might have a heart attack when you find out that black folks don't want you back. Y'all going to be real fucking shocked when people are not listening to you. Y'all going to try to rally the troops and we're going to look at your ass like we're going to do what we want to do. But we really don't need to be around you. So, Michael, I have a couple of fucking really burning ass questions, and I want to see whether or not you can answer them. Where the fuck were you at like 2017, 2018? Were you here? Were you in a coma? Because if I distinctly remember, there were a group of white men that looked a lot like you. They was walking through a campus over in Charlottesville, Virginia. They were wearing tiki torches, Docker shorts, and boat shoes. But they were saying things like, you will not replace us, and Jews will not replace us. I didn't see any scathing commentary from Michael Rappaport when this was going on. That same group of guys got into clashes with the people who were against them, aka the anti-fascists. See, there were fascists, and these people were the anti-fascists. But since middle America and dumbed down America couldn't understand that, they just kind of lessened it to Antifa. As if Antifa has a fucking regional headquarters somewhere in like Culver City, California. Who the fuck knows? One of those guys decided to run over somebody, injure a bunch of them, and killed Heather Heyer. So the guys the night before were screaming, you will not replace us, and Jews will not replace us. Where did they go? Have you ever made a video where you're asking where those guys went? You ever make one of those videos you're like, whatever happened to the Charlottesville guys that were saying Jews will not replace us? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Do you remember a couple of days later, or maybe a day later, the president of the United States, the former president of the United States, actually sat there and said there was very fine people on both sides? Remember that? I know you've made a whole lot of Trump videos, but did you ever address the fact that Trump basically said the people who were screaming Jews will not replace us were very fine people? I'm sorry. I know you were too busy getting mad at 4 women of color, 2 of which they happen to be Muslim, and one of them happens to be Palestinian, to notice any of those things. I mean, it's a busy day. You got a lot to worry about. But while you're over here worrying about these 4 women of color who are Congress people, who are only saying that our administration, our current administration, obviously does not care about the deaths that are happening in Gaza and are only believing what the Israeli government says, no, you decide to go after them. Since we're talking about people in Congress that talk shit like that, let's talk about the fact that a whole lot of Freedom Caucus people love using the word globalist, which is code for Jew. I know I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're smart enough to be able to read between the lines and see what they're talking about. And considering the fact they've been doing this shit since long before the current conflict in Israel and Gaza, I would think you would be, saying something about that. We're not even going to get into Marjorie Taylor Greene and the Jewish space laser thing because, I mean, come on, that's a slam dunk on a toddler at this point. Toddler's trying to guard LeBron James and he just, But have you also noticed how many times George Soros comes up? Funny how that works, isn't it? Good old George Soros. He's involved in everything. He elected the DA. He has this. He has money. He's also Jewish. Have you seen some of the pictures of George Soros there, Michael? I would say go down to the dark web to look at him, but it would just break your spirit. Your ass would be up here like Batman against Bane. Your spirit or your body, crack. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Lot of it. Whole lot of it. But I forgot. We're criticizing 4 women of color for having an opinion that doesn't go with the Biden administration or the press clippings from the Israeli government. And they're actually thinking about the people on the ground, both Israeli and Palestinian. I forgot we were talking about that. Even though there is an entire, I say again, an entire news organization that has been pushing this globalist idea for, 7 years now? At least 7? Because, when we elected Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man, he just let free to be able to just say whatever the fuck you want. Fuck everything else. That's why the dark web has infested itself with angry white men who keep bringing up Nazi Germany. Have you noticed that? There's a guy on here, he's a guild member called Tiger Bomb, who confronts these people on a nearly constant fucking basis, where he likes to say things like, hey, that guy over there with the weird ass Viking runes and the funny mustache, yeah, that guy is a Nazi. But I forgot. 4 women of color are just the same, right? Just the same. Do you have the same smoke for the Hasidic Jewish men that are literally protesting in New York City saying that the Israeli government is wrong? I have yet to see a Michael Rappaport video about that. Must have missed it. Must have not come up on my FYP. But sure, the biggest thing that is possibly happening is the 4 women of color, 2 of them Muslim, 1 of them Palestinian. How dare you have criticisms? But the other side is literally showing you their anti-Semitism like a damn streaker. And I don't hear nothing. Not a tang, not a tang. Maybe I need to put my hearing aids in. Maybe I can hear it then, huh? What you fail to understand is the people who are criticizing the Israeli government are not criticizing Israelis. Nobody is saying that these Israelis do not have a right to live in peace and security. What they are saying is bloodshed ain't never got us nowhere. And right now, the current president of the Israeli government is a person who is going to war, and the Israeli people are backing him, but they don't back him. They don't even like him. But sure, you just sat here and said it. Just like you can criticize the Israeli government and not be anti-Semitic, you can also criticize these 4 women of color and not be Islamophobic. But that's what they did. They criticized the government. They have not once criticized any Israeli person. See, those of us with higher functioning brains, we learned that years ago. That we can criticize any government on earth for anything without having to pop into homophobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, or sexism. I kind of learned that years ago. It's a funny mutant ability that I have. So what I will be eagerly anticipating, and I will sit here with my Sunday best and my cup of coffee, is to hear you ask the questions that I have been asking since this began. For all those people who had those tiki torches and the Jews will not replace us, and for all the people that talk globalists and all the people that talk about George Soros as if he's an evil man only because, let's be honest, they're only doing it because he's Jewish. What side of this conflict are you on? What side are you on? I know on the dark web, they don't like nobody that ain't a white Christian man. That means Jews, Arabs, Muslims, gays, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, women. They don't like none of us. So the dark web don't count. But I'll eagerly be anticipating your video asking, whatever happened to the guys in Charlottesville? Wonder how they feel about the current conflict in Israel. I so can't fucking wait for it.
So this is all I got from this video, and it's just like, I don't know how to start this, but man, the whole thing is just messed up, especially from their own side. I mean, you all can see what has been going on since the whole thing started, how they have always been looking for a way to drag black people and people of color. And you all can see all that squad, the squad right now has been censured, and they are also looking for a way to unseat them. Why? Because they are not supporting what is going on in Palestine. And why do people have to pay so much money? Or, I mean, yes, especially, why do they have to pay? Because as it stands, there is this organization, IPAC, that brought out $100 million to give American Congress just only for them to sit the black people in Congress. This really tells you how corrupt they are, how they can go any length to make sure that black people are not in power, because they are always threatened by black people. So as it stands, they are trying a way to, like, let them all off so they can have their way and do everything they want. And then at the other hand, these people are also calling out black people to support them. And when black people do not support them, they go around, look for a way to drag black people into mud and all that. Now, let me say this. Do you need people? Do you need to bite people? You do not have to bite people to support you if you are doing the right thing. When people are doing the right thing, automatically people support them without any transaction. You do not have to make any transaction for people to support you. People are just going to know that you are doing the right thing, and they are just going to come for you. But no, they know that they are wrong, and all they can do is look for a way to buy people off. So they see black people as the bad people. And then when they are seeing black people as the bad people, they are also looking for a way to get them out of the way. It's really very sad that, number one is that I am happy for everything that is happening because Gen Zs are learning. I mean, they really learn a whole lot this period because all this while, you all have been telling us what is going on, especially African Americans standing up to tell us, oh, these people are not good people. We thought you all were unserious because the media has always been there pushing wrong narrative to people. But as it stands, people know the truth. People say it all over TikTok. People see the genocide going on in Congo, genocide going on in Palestine, genocide going on in Sudan and some other countries. We see all that. And now we know the real people to be scared of. So to the Jews that are looking for everywhere, looking for a way to unseat black people, do this to black people, do that to black people. Trust me, if you are doing the right thing, you do not have to pay $100 million to IPAC to unseat black people. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.